Hello and welcome to Monmouth in Focus, a program about the services and functions of Monmouth County government. I'm Cynthia Scott, your host for Monmouth in Focus. And today we are joined by Freeholder Serena DeMasso, who is the liaison to the county's Reclamation Center. Thanks so much for joining us today, Freeholder.
Thank you so much for having me.
And Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year.
Lots to obviously recycle after the new year, from boxes to Christmas trees to anything else miscellaneous-wise. You know, it's probably...
To clutter in your basement.
Yeah. A lot of people take the time off during the holiday season and then they just start going at it.
Right.
So busy time of year at the Reclamation Center. What are some helpful tips that you can offer the public?
Well, I think one of the things people need to remember is that just about everything can be recycled or reused in some way. And if we're going to help the environment going forward and preserve it for our children, we need to start thinking in those terms. So things like old Christmas cards, take them and use them for gift tags next year, or, you know, let your kids do a decoupage or some kind of collage where they make a decoration so that next year it's a decoration hanging in your home. The photo Christmas cards, instead of tossing them out, you know, keep them, put them in little picture frames and save them of your, you know, your friends and family so that through the years you'll be able to see how children have grown over the time. And the boxes can always be recycled, but really could be reused.
Yeah.
You know, and if people think about it, you know, using wrapping paper, if you wrap the top of a box and then just put a ribbon on it, then you could reuse that box over and over again, and you don't waste wrapping paper and you don't waste the box.
Right, some great advice there, because there is a lot. I mean, the holiday season's a great time of year, but when you think about it, there is a lot of waste out there because of all the paper and all the wrapping.
Right.
So why is it so important to recycle?
Well, it's really important because, as I said, we don't want to fill up the landfill. We don't want to put things out, you know. Some things decompose. Some things take a long time to decompose. So as we're throwing things away, we have to be, you know, realistic about how much space we actually have left in order to care for the garbage that we are making. So, so I would ask that all our residents take a moment to, you know, look at that. On the bottom, there's that little triangular thing that tells you about whether it can be recycled or not, and take a moment to think about our children's futures. And the landfill waste. And when you are recycling things, to be careful of metallics. You know, if you put them in the newspapers and stuff, it's really important. Luckily, in our communities, a lot of towns have single stream recycling, which means everything goes in one and then it goes to the landfill, and we separate it there.
Right.
Which is a great help. We've seen that recycling efforts have picked up since that time. But I think that it's important that we really, truly take a moment when you go to toss something in the garbage, say, can I recycle this? Can I reuse this? So
when you say everything goes in one, so pizza boxes and glass and plastic can all go in the same thing if it's a single?
If your town has single stream recycling, and they should let you know if they do, you just put it all in one garbage pail and they'll pick it up for you.
Right.
If it isn't, then you need to still separate. But things people don't think about, cereal boxes, the kids will be home, you probably have more cereal.
Exactly.
That's a recyclable item.
Right.
So, you know, we should really pay more attention to those things.
Absolutely. Some good tips there. So how else can somebody find out about, you know, recycling information than, you know, if they don't know?
Well, most township websites have recycling information. If not, you can always go to the Monmouth County website. We have a terrific website. It has all kinds of information on it. It's www.visitmonmouth.com. Very easy to remember. You're visiting our website. You're Visit Monmouth. And in those, just scroll through the pages there and it'll give you all information. The other great thing is that we offer recycling. We offer tours of the Reclamation Center for students. So if you really want to teach the children about taking care of the future, and you really, you know, we have that available to people as well. So again, the information's on the website.
And a recycling directory too of the do's and don'ts of recycling's on the website, right?
Yes, we have a nice brochure that tells you exactly what you can and can't do. And there are some items that shouldn't be thrown in your recyclables, but can be brought to different vendors across, you know, in different places in the state of New Jersey, in the county of Monmouth.
There are and local towns also have their own smaller recycling areas. You know, like you said, bigger items that you obviously can't leave on the curb.
Right. Correct.
They can bring them there, and there's some rules and regulations there. If not, you could bring it to the Monmouth County Reclamation
Right.
Center as well.
Things like televisions
Yeah.
and like Christmas time, kids get new computers. You don't really want to just throw those in the garbage. So we do have a recycling. Most towns have a recycling for electronics, and you can bring them there. And most towns have it open during the week. And many towns have what they call large item drop-off days. And that's usually towards the spring and the summer. But again, it's all for recycling purposes so that we don't make garbage that we don't need to just fill up the landfills with.
And that's so important, filling up the landfill. What do you do once it's filled? You know, I
Right.
mean, that's an issue.
Right.
So you said that students can visit the landfill. Do you go through, do the schools set that up through the Reclamation Center?
The schools can set it up through the Reclamation Center. They have the groups come in. It's a terrific tour. It started with just a Boy Scout troop wanting to do it and teach those kids, and it really has taken off. So it's a great opportunity for environmental clubs, ecology clubs, to come and just see, you know, the impact that they have by recycling and by using the landfill in the proper way.
Right. And how far has recycling come? I mean, when we were growing up, we didn't recycle.
Right.
You know, and now with my kids and your kids, they don't know not to recycle.
Right.
Really, it's amazing.
It is amazing, and it's a wonderful opportunity for all of us to continue the growth going into the future. You know, my kids are looking at that number on the bottom, and I have friends that take it a little further. They have bins that are goes one, this goes two, but you know, at our house we make sure, and now they see that they've even recycled, like I said, the cereal boxes or any of those, you know, simple things that years ago you just threw in the regular garbage.
Yeah, a lot of stuff that you don't realize.
You could actually end up with no garbage if you're careful.
What about any other programs that the Reclamation Center offers?
They have a couple of different things that are more geared towards seniors instead of students. Again, because seniors, you know, that's our parents' generation. They're not into that whole recycling era. So, and they have the same similar programs for them as well to come through and check it out, especially for the people in the area. Sometimes the landfill, you know, isn't always the most pleasant place to be around, and so they'll show them exactly what the operation is. And we have a wonderful operation and a wonderful director of the Reclamation Center.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining us, Freeholder. Always good to have you on the show, and some great information there.
Thank you.
Real important in this day and age as well. That is all the time we have for this segment of Monmouth in Focus. More information, like the Freeholder said, you can go to visitmonmouth.com. I'm Cynthia Scott. Have a great day, everyone.